Give me fuel, give me fire, give me that which I desire. Ooh.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, it's time to start part 2 of our July 11th game day. Huge game for both the teams involved. The Chicago Wind Attack on the road to take on the Hartford Homies. The Homies could have a playoff spot clinched today if they can get a win and Carolina takes a loss. The Chicago Wind Attack, simple, a win and they are in the 2013 playoffs. Who's going to get the big W here today? Let's find out. Wind Attack, Homies, next on CDL Live.
Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to CDL Live. Our next game on tap, the Chicago Wind Attack on the road to take on the Hartford Homies. Huge playoff matchup here. Well, it's not a playoff game, but it could be one because Chicago, with the win here against Hartford, the Wind Attack can clinch a playoff spot. The Hartford Homies, if they get a win and Carolina takes a loss later, they'll have a playoff spot clinch. Both these teams want the win. Both these teams want a playoff spot. Either Hartford's going to get a step closer right now or Chicago's actually going to get a playoff spot. So let's find out what happens. For the Chicago Wind Attack, Glitter comes out first, followed by R. Inferno at the captain's spot, and 5-point gainer is going to be Racer Rex. To the home side of the field, it's the Hartford Homies coming out with Gold Dragster, Gold Dust, followed by Gold Dragster. At the captain's spot is going to be Hammer, and at 5-point gainer will be Gray Ghost. So here we go, Hartford Homies, Chicago Wind Attack. And it's going to be 5-0 Wind Attack. As Glitter takes Gold Dust down, here comes Gold Dragster, and he'll get it 10-5. So Hartford now down 10-5. Here comes R. After that tie collision there, R and Hammer going at it. They switch sides cleanly here. Almost a flip. Almost a weird kind of flip. R hard to roll from that home side. Hard to roll with the right hand there. Just saw. And Hammer will tie this game up at 10. And now it's down to Hammer and Inferno. Two captains going at it. And Inferno gets the flip on Hammer. Gray Ghost trying to... He just flows right through. Yeah, Gray Ghost trying to keep it alive, but to no avail. The Chicago Wind Attack get the win and the playoff spot. 15-10, they beat Hartford here today. Huge win for them. Carolina looks close the gap, and Buffalo actually will have the opportunity later. If Carolina gets a loss, Buffalo will have the opportunity. As a matter of fact, they get the opportunity next. A win for Buffalo and a loss for Carolina, and the Warriors not only pass the Homies, but they'll have a playoff spot. Like I said, big playoff game day. A lot of things on the line here for all these teams. 15-10 the final, though. The Wind Attack have a win over the Homies. Indianapolis Reapers, Buffalo Warriors, next on CDL Live. Stay.
All right, another playoff crucial game in the CDL about to happen. The Indianapolis Reapers on the road take on the Buffalo Warriors. The Warriors can have a playoff spot clinched with a win and a Carolina loss. The Indianapolis Reapers, currently on the outside of the Western Conference playoffs, looking in much in the needs of wins to get to that point and keep their playoff hopes alive. Who can get the much needed win here today? We're about to find out. Reapers, Warriors, next.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to CDL Live. We are ready for our next game here. The Indianapolis Reapers are on the road to do battle with the Buffalo Warriors. Indianapolis right now, they are in the playoff hunt, but just barely hanging on, really. They were 13th before the game day started. 9 points out of a playoff spot were the Reapers. So definitely in the need of wins, no doubt about it. They look to climb the ladder to the playoffs here today. The Buffalo Warriors could clinch a spot on this game day. Basically, they're in the same position Hartford was in. If they can get a win, if they can get a win, and Carolina takes a loss later, Buffalo will have a playoff spot clinch. But since Hartford lost, not only will Buffalo get a playoff spot clinch, they will also move up to 5th place in the conference. They're currently in 6th. So, big things on the line for both of these teams. Reapers, Warriors. Let's take a look at the lineups. Candy starts things off for Indianapolis, followed by Green Enzo. At the captain spot for the Reapers will be Gold Z28, and that 5-point gainer will be Speed Shot. To the home side of the field, the Buffalo Warriors come out with Blue Dragon, followed by Tyrell. What at the captain's position, and that 5-point gainer will be Blue BMW. So here we go, game on. Blue Dragon and Candy to start things off. Candy gets tossed around, but he's still up. They switch sides plainly, and Candy gets the flip on Blue Dragon. It's 5-0 Indianapolis. Out comes Tyrell. Candy staying up yet again. Interference called. Would have been tied there, but I want candy. Was there interference there? Did you see? No interference on that one. I had to go to my second visual here, and Buffalo has tied this game up. So 5-5 the score. They get 10-5, almost an interference call, but Green Enzo doesn't make contact with what there. Buffalo on the comeback here, and Gold Z28 will go down easy there, 15-5.
Once you get someone like that, he gets turned over on his back coming up.
Yep, pretty much. I mean, Tyrell is just so aerodynamic. I mean, you take a look at this car, and you see why he is a threat against anybody he goes up against. Just a really aerodynamic car. One of Buffalo's best players, no doubt, and they get a win from him today. He goes 3-0 to give the Buffalo Warriors a 15-5 win over the Indianapolis Reapers, meaning Carolina loses, the Warriors are going to the playoffs. So that matchup is coming up later. Our next game, though, another game with huge playoff implications. San Jose sitting number 9 seed in the West. The Jacksonville Bangums. Before this game day started, they were sitting 10th in the East. So they're playing against each other next. In other words, huge game. Storm, Bangums, next on CDL Live. Stay tuned. As soon as I click the stop button here.
Alright, another big game with big meaning here on CDL Live. The San Jose Storm came into this game day sitting 9th in the Western Conference, trying to keep that spot with the win here today. The Jacksonville Bangums are sitting 10th spot in the Eastern Conference. They too are in need of a win, as they are 10 points out of a playoff spot at the moment. Both the Storm and the Bangums looking for a win. Who's going to get one? Let's find out. San Jose Storm, Jacksonville Bangums, next on CDL Live.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to CDL Live. Our next game about to take place. Huge game. Coming into the game day, the number 9 seed of the West, the San Jose Storm, up against, coming into this game day, the number 10 seed of the East, the Jacksonville Bangums. Both of them in need of wins. Who's going to get the W today? We're about to find out after a couple of losses. Metallica 11-47. He's looking for Brandon. He's looking for the right lineup for the San Jose Storm. Looking for the right combination. Gotta wonder about this one though, as he's got 48 hours at 5-point gainer position here. Let's find out how it's going to work out for him. Splitting 2, of course, will be starting things off for the Storm. At the middleman position is going to be Phantom. He's a heavy hitter. Wasp takes the captain spot. 48 hours taking that 5-point gainer position. To the home side of the field, Yellow Ferrari will start things off for Jacksonville, followed by Testarossa. At the captain spot is Black Spectite, and that 5-point gainer is Silverback 2. So, I mean, what do you think's got to be done here? I mean, San Jose, they really kind of, if anything, at least give 10 points. That will give you a 5-point gainer a chance. And a 5-point gainer is a good one. 48 hours. Interference call. Almost had a 5-0 lead there. Now they'll be down 5-0 on a clean flip there. 10-0 Jacksonville in the lead as Phantom goes down. Wasp now out there. And He keeps San Jose in the game.
Trump's an idiot, what?
Oh, that's Alex's opinion. I don't think you're an idiot. You're looking for combinations and ways to win. Sometimes you do crazy things, but Wasp now up against Testarossa trying interference call. Would have been game over right there. Playing collision, but no clip. They'll go at it again, and it's going to be 10-10. Wasp fighting back and now faces off against Black Spectite. And Wasp is down. 15-10 the score. Jacksonville in the lead, but here comes 48 hours. And he'll go down.
There he comes. Here he comes.
He comes out and goes right down, and 15-10 will be the final. The Jacksonville Bangums. Huge win for them. A huge loss for the San Jose Storm, though. 15-10 the final. Jacksonville gets the win. Coming up next, you were talking there, Alex. Now you got to back it up with your squad as Puerto Rico takes on Portland.
Sorry, no.
Panthers and Playas next on CDL Live. Stay tuned.
All right, another great matchup here in the CDL on this July 11th game day. The Portland Panthers on the road take on the Puerto Rico Playas. The Playas only a few wins away from clinching a playoff spot. Definitely look to get a win here today on home turf. The Portland Panthers currently 7th place in the Western Conference, looking to hang on to that and actually try to move up to 6th if they can. Panthers Playas next on CDL Live.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to CDL Live. We're down to the last 6 games of the game day, and it's a pretty huge game coming up next. The Portland Panthers, they're currently sitting 7th seed in the Western Conference, looking to widen some gaps on the rest of the other teams behind them today. But it won't be an easy task for the Panthers. They take on the Southeast Division leading Puerto Rico Players, who are looking to get a step closer to a playoff spot today. Of course, probably won't be able to clinch one today, but if things work out the way they want, they could have a playoff spot clinched in 2 more game days, but basically by the end of the 12th. So, see what happens and see how it all plays out. But, of course, this game's got to happen first before anything. Portland Panthers, Puerto Rico Playas. Let's take a look at the lineups. Blue Lamborghini starts things off for the Panthers, followed by Monty. Solar Reflex taking the captain spot for the Panthers today, and Pro will be a 5-point gainer. So now one of the best lines that she could possibly put out there with those 4 cars, but Alex Johnson will respond with his very powerful lineup, giving Kid Custom Jr. the start at the front runner today. At the middleman position, coming out second for the Playas, is going to be Far Future. Blue Star at the captain spot, and at 5-point gainer, Cove Light. When you can put a legendary veteran like Cove Light at 5-point gainer, you have a good team.
Yeah, that's why I get more praise.
No. Yeah, he does need one, especially after the last game losing his wheels. So that's another thing, trying to bounce back from that tough loss. Let's see what happens. Ooh, Blue Lamborghini off screen, but still up. They switch sides cleanly. And this time it's going to be 5-0 Puerto Rico in the lead as he goes down. Here comes Monty. And he'll tie the game up at 5. Monty up against Far Future here. Interference called. Interference is called, but Far Future, even though he ran under and over stuff and into stuff, he's still up. Nonetheless, it wasn't interference, and this battle will continue. Monty and Far Future, and Far Future gets the flip on Monty. 10-5, Puerto Rico in the lead, but here comes Solar Reflex, trying to keep the Panthers in this game, and he does for now, but they're both still up. Solar Reflex having to play defense here, having to play defense again. Far Future coming so close to getting that game-winning flip. Ooh, almost goes down there himself. They're both still up. No interference called. They switch sides of the field here cleanly. And they both go down. The score now 15-10. Puerto Rico in the lead, looking for the win is Blue Star. Pro trying to force overtime. And Pro will force overtime. He takes down Blue Star and in OT now. It's Pro up against Cove Light. In OT. Pro and Cove Light. And Gold Light gets the win for the Puerto Rico Playas, 20-15. The final. Portland manages to get a point, and any points you can get in the regular season definitely helpful. Nonetheless, coming up next, Phoenix Firebirds and Bradford Brawlers. Huge game for both teams there. And the final here, 20 for Puerto Rico, Portland 15 in overtime. Entertaining game. Stick around, more CDL to come.
Alright, our next game on CDL Live should be a good one, and it's a big one for both teams involved. The Phoenix Firebirds currently sit in 8th place in the Western Conference. Much of a need of a win. After Portland's OT loss, they could actually pass them here. Of course, they go on the road to take on the Bradford Brawlers, and beating that team is not an easy task. The Brawlers, defending world champs, and they're still in the Northern Division hunt. Only behind Pittsburgh by a few points, so any win that they can get to help them get closer, they're all in for that. So who can get the much-needed win here today? Phoenix or Bradford? Let's find out. Firebirds Brawlers next on CDL Live.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to CDL Live. Huge game coming up here for both teams involved. The Phoenix Firebirds on the road here, looking for a win. They are sitting 8th seed in the Western Conference. Well, coming into this game day, they look to widen the gap on teams in 9th and 10th and so on. The Bradford Brawlers, they got a playoff spot clinch, but they are still in the Northern Division race. They're trying to gain ground on the Pittsburgh Destroyers today. If they can get a win. Not only that, huge battle because it's father versus son. Matt Geyser, Shane Geyser. Right here on CDL Live, let's take a look at the lineups. Enzo 2 will start things off for the Phoenix Firebirds, followed by 40. At the captain's spot will be Green Arrow, and at 5-point gainer, Red FXX. The home side of the field, Spinebuster will start things off for Bradford, followed by Green Indy. At the captain's spot is going to be Escalade. And 5-point gainer will be Dirty Red. So here we go. Spinebuster up against Enzo 2. Game on, and Enzo 2 has a flip. 5-0, Phoenix in the lead. Out comes Green Indy now, and this game is immediately tied at 5. 40 now out there. An interference call. But this game continues. They switch sides plainly there. 40 and Green Indy going at it, and Green Indy has the flip. 10 by Bradford now. Green Arrow now out there against Green Indy. Green Indy is kind of a legend in his own right. Keep that in mind. Interference call there. Yeah, it would have been game right there, but interference on the play. They continue, and Green Arrow ties this game up at 10.
That's going to be funny.
So now Green Arrow and Escalade, 2 legends. Interference call that time. They're both still up. They go at it again. Green Arrow trying to take down the heavy hitter of Escalade.
He's like 1/3
on his own. He's holding his own, though. Give him credit for that.
He's 1/3 of his size.
He is 1/3 of his size, 1/3 of his weight. Interference got called. These two going at it here, and Green Arrow does finally go down.
5-point gainer, he might take him down. You don't know.
5-point gainer is Red FXX, trying to send this game into overtime for the Firebirds. But Escalade, such a heavy hitter. Interference call that time, so Red FXX ain't in there for now. But can he withstand the onslaught? No. Escalade, the heavy hitter that he is, won Bradford a Crash Bowl last year, and he looks to make it 2 in a row this year.
I think he's the heaviest hitter in history.
He's definitely the heaviest car that has ever played in this league, no doubt about it. Escalade, his last season here, so definitely one to be celebrated, I guess you could say. Let me tell you something, Bradford's going to be in deep trouble without him, and once he leaves off this team, but man, what a treat it has been over the years to watch this car collide. Watch him play. So, nonetheless, 15-10 the final. Phoenix puts up a fight, but not good enough. Bradford Brawlers get the win, 15-10. Coming up next, San Diego Lightning, Carolina Wildcats on CDL Live.
All right, another good matchup on tap for you here on CDL Live. Our July 11th game day, the San Diego Lightning on the road to take on the Carolina Wildcats. The Wildcats right now, well, coming into the game day, they were the 8th seed in the the 9th seed rather in the Eastern Conference. Much in need of a win. They look to get one against the very tough squad of the San Diego Lightning, who are looking to hang on to that 4th seed and desperately trying to catch up to Los Angeles Blades, and it's just looking like a losing battle for them. But nonetheless, they are still in that Pacific Division hunt. Both teams looking for a win. Let's see who can get it. San Diego Lightning, Carolina Wildcats, next on CDL Live.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to CDL Live. Our next game on tap, the San Diego Lightning. A win today will clinch them a playoff spot. The Carolina Wildcats, if they lose this game, Buffalo has a playoff spot clinched. So Carolina definitely also trying to hang on, especially since Cleveland did lose today. They definitely need points to catch up to the Cleveland Wolves, who are currently in the 8th seed. Carolina, of course, sitting in the 9th seed. Of course, Jacksonville getting a win doesn't help them out, so God, that's a lot of words to say all at once. But nonetheless, it's our next game. San Diego Lightning, a win gets them in. Carolina Wildcats looking to shorten the gap between them and Cleveland. So let's take a look at the lineups. 44 starts things off for San Diego, followed by 24 Hours. At the captain spot will be 7 series, and that 5-point gainer is going to be 16 Angels. To the home side of the field, Mustang 1 starts things off for Carolina, followed by 23. Rocket Oil at the captain spot, and Yellow Ferrari GT will be at the 5-point gainer for the Wildcats.
This is going to be funny.
So here we go, Lightning and Wildcats, game on. Should be a good one. It's 5-0 Carolina in the lead. 24 Hours gets the flip to tie this game up. Mustang 1 goes down. We are tied at 5. Here comes 23 for the Wildcats. And he'll go down. Set on his side. 10-5 Lightning, 1 flip away from clinching a playoff spot. And it's Rocket Oil, no less, that they got to go up against here. 24 Hours up against Rocket Oil. And Rocket Oil gets taken down, and 15-5 will be the final. The San Diego Lightning get the win and a playoff spot right there. So both Chicago and San Diego clinching playoff spots in the Western Conference today. And Buffalo, actually. Yep, Buffalo clinched the playoff spot in the East with Carolina's loss there. So big game day. 3 playoff spots clinched. And in our next game, it's going to be Washington Patriots and the Los Angeles Blades on CDL Live. Stay tuned.
The LA Blades on the road to take on the Washington Patriots. It's our next game on CDL Live here. The Los Angeles Blades, only a couple of wins away, not only from clinching their Pacific Division, but clinching first seed in the Western Conference as well. Their opponents, the Washington Patriots, are trying to catch up to the Puerto Rico Playas in the Southeast Division. Washington currently 7th in the East, LA currently 1st in the West. Should be a good battle, possible Crash Bowl battle. Maybe. You never know. But nonetheless, this game is about to happen. LA Blades, Washington Patriots, next on CDL Live.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to CDL Live. We are set for another game here. Only 3 left on the game day, and this one should be pretty damn epic. It's going to be the Los Angeles Blades on the road to take on the Washington Patriots here on CDL Live. LA, Alex Johnson's team, trying to get a step closer to a Pacific Division title. Start things off with Red Spec title, followed by Black Star. Riolina at the captain spot, and a 5-point gainer for the Blades is going to be Dragon Jr. To the home side of the field now, the Washington Patriots start things off with Black Phantom, followed by Cockroach. Blue 512 at the captain spot, and a 5-point gainer will be Croc Rock. So here we go. Black Phantom up against Red Spectite to begin this game. These two going out, we got a good battle on our hands. Start things off, interference call. Oh, no contact. There was barely any contact. 5-0 to score. Washington in the lead. Out comes Black Star now. 10-0 the score, Washington. Lena goes
What
down.
fucking bullshit!
15-0 the final. The Washington Patriots shut out the Los Angeles Playas.
Man, they're fucking.
Huge upset right there. And just LA, where were they in that game? No one really knows. That was just a poor performance by the Blades nonetheless. 15-0 the final. Washington gets the win. Coming up next, Minnesota Maniacs, Philadelphia Demons on CDL Live. Stay tuned.
Alright, big matchup for our next game here on CDL Live for both teams involved. The Minnesota Maniacs sitting in the Central Division, currently second place there, 5th seed in the Western Conference. They're trying to catch up the Chicago Wind Attack and San Diego. If anything, they want to be either the 2 or the 4 seed. They're currently in 5th. The Philadelphia Demons, what else can we say about them right now? They're the 1st seed in the Eastern Conference, and not to mention the 2013 Northeast Division champions. But they're looking to clinch 1st seed in the East. Only a few wins away, really, from doing that one. Of course, Pittsburgh, right on their heels. Both teams needing a win. Both teams looking for a win. Who's going to get the win? Minnesota Maniacs, Philadelphia Demons. Gary Milazzo, Tim Geiser. Next on CDL Live.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to CDL Live. Our next game is ready, set to go and happen here. The Minnesota Maniacs on the road take on the Philadelphia Demons. Maniacs trying to get a step closer to clinching a playoff spot. The Demons already have their division clinch, and they're trying to clinch 1st seed in the conference. Of course, Pittsburgh right on their tail, so they definitely would like to get a win today. So let's take a look at these lineups. Black Spinebuster starts things off for Minnesota, followed by Green 7. At the captain spot will be Diablo 2 and a 5-point gainer side draft. The home side of the field, the Demons come out with Silver Demon, followed by Silver Molina. At the captain spot is going to be Pink Indy and a 5-point gainer Sonic Boom. Here we go, Silver Demon and Black Spinebuster. Game on. Silver Demon staying up there. This game continues, still scoreless. And Black Spinebuster has the flip on Silver Demon. 5-0 Minnesota. Out comes Silver Molina now to do battle with Black Spinebuster, who's putting up a good fight here, but goes down. 5-5. Demons tied up, and here comes Green 7. Green 7 out there against Silver Molina. The 2 middlemen going at it here. Good fight so far. Green 7 almost went down, but stays up and stays up yet again. Both these cars going at it. Tough battle on our hands here. Either Green 7 or Silver Molina giving way. Ooh, and Green 7 has the right of way on Silver Molina, and he's got him. 10-5 the score. Minnesota in the lead. And now Pink Indy out against Green 7 here. Pink Indy trying to tie this game. Green 7 trying to get what would be a huge upset victory. Philly has not lost many. Only lost 3 in regulation all year. It'd be 4 today. Pink Indy and Green 7 going at it here. And Pink Indy takes Green 7 down. 10-10 the score, and now Diablo 2 up against Pink Indy. It's a classic battle here. Remember the battles that these two had in the past, and Diablo 2 gets the flip on Pink Indy. 15-10 the score, Minnesota in the lead, looking for the win. The Sonic Boom forces overtime for the Demons. And now it's Sonic Boom up against Sidegraph from Minnesota. Team in overtime, on the line here. Interference call, they would have both been down and would have ended in a tie right there. Interference is a call, they'll go at it again. Sidegraph in Sonic Boom. Sonic Boom still up, and the Demons have the win in OT. Huge victory for the Demons. Went down. Not often do the Demons get taken to their 5-point gainer. Not very often. They pull off the win here. Minnesota gets a point, and really, if you can get any points against the Demons, that's huge. So, big ups to Minnesota. Huge effort by them just now. Stick around, ladies and gentlemen. Our main event is up next. It's a repeat of Crash Bowl 15. Roswell Aliens, Pittsburgh Destroyers. It's Marissa Fox up against Gregory Fox. Next on CDL Live. Stay tuned.
Alright, ladies and gentlemen, it's time for our main event of the July 11th game day here on CDL Live. The Roswell Aliens on the road to take on the Pittsburgh Destroyers in a rematch of the Crash Bowl that happened 2 years ago. Crash Bowl 15, Pittsburgh won that game 15-0. Roswell, in the search for revenge and trying to widen the gap on the rest of the Southern Division. The Destroyers looking to stay ahead and keep that point spread that they have currently on the Bradford Brawlers in the Northern Division. Two teams going at it. The owners, Gregory Fox of the Pittsburgh Destroyers, Marissa Fox of the Roswell Aliens, brother, sister going at it. Huge battle, epic battle, only worthy of a main event here on CDL Live. Let's get you down the field for the start of the game. Aliens, Destroyers, next.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to CDL Live. Our main event about to be underway here on this July 11th game day. It's a repeat of Crash Bowl 15. Huge game for both teams. The Roswell Aliens on the road to take on the Pittsburgh Destroyers. Of course, the Destroyers won Crash Bowl 15 by a final of 15-0. So Roswell looking for better results here today as they are hoping to widen the gap on that Southern Division of theirs. Pittsburgh trying to keep up with the Philadelphia Demons in the race for the Eastern Conference title and look to stay even, keep the same distance ahead of Bradford after the Brawlers won. So huge game for Pittsburgh as well. So let's take a look at the lineups. F1 Racer starts things off for Roswell, followed by Dragonfly. At the captain spot is Spectite, and at 5-point gain will be Double Shots. So the home side of the field. Pittsburgh Destroyers come out with Zebra, followed by Green Blaze. What Jr. at the captain spot, and Paradox takes 5-point gain. So F1 Racer out there first for the Aliens against Zebra, who's out there first for the Pittsburgh Destroyers. Game on, either car down after 2 collisions. The flying lessons have already been handed out to F1 Racer, but he hangs tough. And he gets the flip. 5-0 Aliens in the lead. Now comes Green Blaze now. Do battle with F1 Racer here. F1 Racer putting up a good fight so far. It's a brother-sister battle here between the owners. Interference call would have been tied there. And no interference on that one. We do have a tie game. Now Green Blaze up against Dragonfly. Interference. The car went down anyway, and they'll go at it again here. And Dragonfly somehow stays up there. Good battle on our hands between Dragonfly and Green Blaze. Both these cars going at it in a tie game, 5-5. Oh, Green Blaze stays up there somehow. Epic matchup right now between these two teams. Pittsburgh and Roswell. Interference called there. Roswell almost had the lead. By interference against Dragonfly to continue this game. Dragonfly stays up even though he takes a flying lesson. And look at this, Green Blaze staying up again. And again, interference called that time, and these two still going.
This is like their most recent Crash Bowl.
Yeah, well, second most recent. This
reminds me of Escalade and Dragonfly.
They are definitely going at it the same way. What a battle we got in our hands, and Green Blaze goes down. Dragonfly gives Roswell a 10-5 lead, and now he contends with What Jr. And Dragonfly going at it here. Game on the line for Pittsburgh, and Pittsburgh will tie it at 10. Dragonfly goes down, and we're down to Spectite up against What Jr. here. What a game that we have been seeing so far. Two great teams going at it. Potential Crash Bowl for this year, too, no doubt. I mean, of course, LA will have something to say about that, and so will Philly in the East, so, but nonetheless, definitely Crash Bowl worthy, as these two teams have already faced in it before. And no flip there. What Jr. and Spectite, 10-10 game. Both of them going at it here. Neither car giving in. Interference call that time, but no flip. Another good collision. Heavy, solid hits between both these cars. Two of the CDL's elite teams going at it, and What Jr. gets the flip on Spectite. 15-10, Pittsburgh now in the lead. Double shots, trying to force OT. Not going to happen. The first collision, double shots goes down, and the Pittsburgh Destroyers have the win. 15-10 the final over the Roswell Aliens, and just a great, entertaining game, no doubt about it. As always, I thank you for watching the Car Demolition League. Hope you watch another game day coming up tomorrow. Our main event for tomorrow actually going to be the Los Angeles Blades and the Minnesota Maniacs. So, huge battle. Huge battle. Alex, what was that? How about? What's wrong? Anyway, Alex feeling the strain of a tough loss there. They took it today with LA, but nonetheless, the season continues. Whether you feel good or whether you feel like shit, that's just how sports are. And the sport is no different. And Alex Johnson looking to get the Blades ready for that game day, and we hope you'll be ready too. Thanks for watching the Car Demolition League. We'll see you next time on CDL Live. Peace.
Give me fuel, give me fire, give me that which I desire. Ooh.